Hi, my name is Anne, and for our podcast today, I'm gonna invite a special person. This person is our virtual assistant, is a new hire this month. So, hi, Jam.
Hi, Miss Anne. Hi, everybody.
How are you today?
I'm actually doing fine. How
That's
about you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you for asking. And I just wanted to ask, how are your daily tasks currently as a new virtual assistant?
As a new scheduler for my agency, uh, I was able to really be more familiar with the workflow because I'm in training as of the moment. My bosses from the States are really understanding and patient with me in getting to know the workflow.
That's really good to hear. And I'm really happy that you're happy with your clients right now. And I just wanted to ask about the training. How was your training before in Olivia?
It was really nice. Before I have recruitment training for one day. It was a day training and then assessment on the following day. It was really nice because I get to speak with a lot of my fellow virtual assistant and inspirees because I feel like the trainer was really informative in giving us a lot of information that needed to be said for us to be informed and a lot about to know about the client and recruitment process, and also for scheduling. It really helped me a lot, especially now that I'm in a scheduling role. It really gave me a lot of chances for me to be familiar with the workflow also and the process of scheduling. And of course, intake service, I was also able to be trained and be assessed with that. And luckily, I was happy with the results because I passed all of those. And if it wasn't for my trainers, I would have not been able to pass everything because they were really nice and informative.
That's really good. And what can you say is the best highlight of your training process?
Highlight for me is to really be informed of how home care is all about, really being taking care of the clients and also the caregivers. Olivia has given us this chance to be informed about those. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's why we are training virtual assistants in home care. The reason why is because we don't usually cater to those in the Philippines. We usually take care of our lolas and lolas. That's why.
Right.
Yeah. And how was it? What was your good experience? I'm sorry. What was your good experience in training? The first thing that comes to your mind, and that pops. Oh, this is the best thing that happened in your training process.
Like, it was never like you were being asked to do something or you're being trapped in a classroom. You will really be excited to know more about the information, and you will be grateful. Those information will really be of great use in the future. So yeah.
That's really good. Being in a company or being in an agency that feels like home, and all of the people are really supportive in a way, you will grow, not just personally, but also professionally. It's like a hub. We're always here to support you, and if you need help, we're always here as well. So that's actually the kind of thing that I was looking at other agencies as well. But anyway, thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
Thank you. How about the pairing process? Can you share something about the pairing process?
Well, the pairing process is quite a journey for me because I've been paired quite a lot of times before I got paired with like an official client. It was a sweet journey for me because I get to be more prepared for the client pairings as to how it was for the first time with your help, because you were really patient with me and bearing with the clients. I'm really grateful for the opportunity that Olivia has given me for being paired for quite some times, because I was able to be paired with a wonderful client right now.
Oh, that's really good to hear. And you know what? In Olivia, we don't just focus on client satisfactory. We also focus on our VAs or virtual assistants as well. And I
Yeah.
just wanted to ask, can you share a little bit something about your first interview? How was your experience? How nervous you got? Oh yeah, yeah, just a little glimpse of that.
I remember my first time that I got paired with a client. Of course, what I did was I tried to um, practice more on how I should deliver my answers, and with a lot of confidence, because I feel like the clients that will be paired to you are also looking for someone who's confident enough to explain things, and for you to answer things with what they're questioning about, and for them to also see how knowledgeable you are with the subject that they're asking for. So be prepared more and be knowledgeable enough with the things that they might ask you. So there.
That's really good. And those preparations actually pave the way for you to become a better candidates for the clients, right? Sometimes you're the second pick, and sometimes, they have to put you on a second interview. And I understand it's really nerve wracking at
It
first,
was.
but at least you landed a client, and right now you're really happy. And just wanted to ask as well, what pushed you, or what is the deciding factor why you applied in Olivia?
Well, first off, it was mainly because of the permanent work from home setup. Because right now I have an ACL injury, knee injury. That's why I'm not actually eligible to work and commute from one place to another. So having this permanent work from home setup job really gives me the luxury to work from home, and the conveniency. Also, the pay is really, at first it was questionable for me, because I feel like I don't deserve that kind of pay. But with the work that we put in our jobs and roles, I feel like we deserve um, the pay the rate that we have for the specific role that we're put in. So
That's
yeah.
good. And I'm really happy, just wanted to share as well. When I was interviewed by Miss Kat, she asked me what was my goal for the next 12 months. And I'm going to ask you too, what was your goal for the next 12 months? But she asked me, Miss Kat, guys, if the people that are watching, Miss Kat is our CEO and the founder of Olivia. So when I was in the interview with her, she asked me, what was my vision for the next 12 months? My answer
Mhm.
was to be financially stable, because before I couldn't afford to buy groceries for myself. And it was really hard to manage those because I'm renting an apartment, right? But right now, and also at that time, I can't really afford to eat samgyeopsal. It's like it's a Korean barbecue. It's really
Yeah.
expensive, right? It's 500 per meal, and I can't really afford that before. I have to save money for 3 months just to afford to eat samgyeopsal. And then when I was hired in Olivia, I was really surprised, but because right now I wasn't behind rent. I can afford to buy groceries every 2 weeks, and I can eat out without hesitating. Oh, this is really expensive. I can't afford this. But yeah, that was really a turning point. That was my highlight, my 2013 highlight. 2013, I'm sorry, 2023 highlight. How about you? What was your answer when Carla, our recruiter, asked you about what was your vision for the next 12 months?
Well, as for me, the goal is really to improve on what I do. Um, Again, be more familiar with the role that I'm asked. And of course, if there are any job openings and future roles that are going to be open, probably in Olivia, as a recruiter also, or any admin roles that are gonna be open, I would be really happy to try and apply for that, because self growth would really be one of the things that I prioritize right now. The highlight, as you've said, is really one of my priorities as of the moment.
Freedom of the financial aspect is a really good thing, because before, you have to spend on commutes, buses, trains, or even tricycles before you get to the office and work. And right now, you can work comfortably from your home. Just wake up and you're already housed the workspace you have right now as a starting virtual assistant.
Well, as of the moment, since I just started working and being paid, I don't have the best setup yet. But because of, like I said, the rate that Olivia is really paying us, I am really happy, because I feel like the future is really bright for me in terms of improving the setup that I have for myself.
At first, you have to save first, and then after that, you can buy a second monitor, and then a keyboard for yourself, a disconnected mouse, or a wireless mouse. Right now, I have 2 monitors and I have a keyboard, and it's really good. It's really good to prioritize your workspace as well as a virtual assistant, because this is what makes your money. Because as a virtual assistant, you are paid hourly, and if your equipment are not really working that well, you lose that. How did you spend your time pushing yourself to go on to training? Because it's what you said, training is very informative, but what was the driving factor of you finishing that training?
In order for me to upskill myself, I have to really go on training. Upskill is really important in virtual assistant, because for some clients, they will be asking to do some recruitment roles, some scheduling roles, and intake coordinator service roles that you might not have knowledge with. So in order for you to have those, you have to attend training and be patient and pass the assessment for you to be a successful virtual assistant.
After you graduated from training, what was your first idea on what's going to happen next?
I had no clue, because I was just really waiting for like a client to be paired with. But then again, I was just really hopeful. Olivia told us that we should just wait for like a specific client pairing meet and greet for us to endorse ourselves and be picked if ever the client really wants us.
You said you have quite a lot of interviews before landing a client. What were you feeling at that time, and why did you stay with Olivia?
It was really the urge of wanting to be paired and proving that I deserve a role for a client. When you get discouraged, you will somehow be thinking that you are not worth a client or whatnot. You might get discouraged, like what I said, but you really have to be patient enough and believe in yourself, because you're good. Even when the client or a client pairing does not really choose you. A client that does not choose you will not define your worth, will not define the success that you have with Olivia, the accomplishments that you have with Olivia. So yeah.
That's really true. The reason why some virtual assistants were not in a client interview, and I know that for sure because I'm doing it. All of the people that were pairing a client are really good. So it is a tight competition, but it is tight as well because all of you are good. All of you are good. So if ever a client will choose or have chosen another client other than you, it doesn't mean that you're not skilled enough, you're not good enough. It's because sometimes they are more experienced and they have sold themselves like really good at selling themselves. That's why I always tell the virtual assistants before the client interview that you have to sell yourself and you have to be confident, right? I always tell that because I don't want the virtual assistant to feel like, oh, I'm not worthy to have. I just want to have a client. I just want to give up. Is it my skill? No, it's absolutely not. It's absolutely not about your skills. Absolutely not about yourself. You're worthy. Even in the physical features, like someone is always more beautiful than other, even with the skills that we have. Sometimes I know I am experienced, but someone will always be more experienced than me. So I have to sell myself on how the client will perceive me, so how good I am and how confident I am with my skills. So that's what I always tell our virtual assistants when it comes to client pairing.
Right.
This is a fun question. How is your relationship with your clients so far?
So far, so good. I'm really impressed with how they're handling me. I'm their first ever virtual assistant, so they happen to be confused on what to give tasks to me, but other than that, I'm really happy because they're so nice. My role is to be the scheduler, so I'm very much aware of my role and my duties from day-to-day basis. So I'm kind of also sharing my training experiences with Olivia. Olivia has given me the luxury to be informative, to be more knowledgeable with scheduling. So we kind of like give each other tips and advices on how we can do better at work.
So that's actually really good, having a client that doesn't have any experience with virtual assistants or having a virtual assistant before, it's like you're learning from them and they're learning from you as well. How do you also give your wisdom to your clients?
Well, if there will be sudden change of schedule that I'm more familiar with, and my trainer from the US aren't really that knowledgeable, I will share the information that I know that Olivia taught me, and kind of compromise and meet halfway on how we can do better, do things, and get the job done, because at the end of the day it's really you who will be of great use to the agency. So might as well be respectful and also give them the knowledge that you have, that you gained from Olivia.
And that's really good, that's really good that our virtual assistants are already ready when they are paired with clients, so that at least not only the client or not only you will learn from them, the clients will also learn from you as well. That's a great start of communication or relationship between you and your client. It's like building trust that, right, Jam knows how to do this, and I didn't even teach her how to do this. So that's actually a really great experience that I've heard so far, because you just started and you already sharing those knowledges with the client. I'm so proud of you, Jam.
Thank you. Thank you. I would have not been able to do any of this without your help and other trainers' help. So yeah,
Thank
I
you
am
so much.
thanking everyone.
That's really good to hear. If our trainers saw this, they would be really happy for you as well.
Yeah.
And another fun question. If you were granted one wish, what would you change about your role, your client, and your relationship with your client?
Be more patient with caregivers who are repeatedly clocking in late or clocking out late and all of that, because your patience will really be tested with that, and especially when caregivers are also asking for a time off and all that. You really have to be patient with them because a lot of the schedules will be adjusted because of those. So if I have like a wish for the role that I'm in, I'd say be more patient with those. But other than that, I feel like because of how helpful it will be for the clients, the veterans, the caregivers as well, for being able to help them um, feed their family and also being taken care of. I feel like this role is really fulfilling enough. I don't wish for anything but the best, um and all, and for everybody. Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask as well, what was your how did you handle your first experience on handling late caregivers?
Well, at first I wasn't really expecting that it that I would encounter a lot of those with the agency that I'm in right now. But it was really tough at first because I'm familiar with what to do, but like again, I'm in training still, so I really don't know the process yet. But when I already know the process because of the training that the trainer that informed me about those, I was able to grasp everything and just handle them with talking to them nicely, explaining everything, that there are authorized hours for clients that needs to be set and not go over hours, so we really have to adjust and not do that the next time around. So yeah.
It was really good that you are explaining those things to the caregivers. At least they would understand why is it important for them to clock in early. And
Right.
we're really informative. Some caregivers, we don't know what happened, why they're late, and why they're what's happening with their lives. But being calm and explaining them, oh, this is the process. I want you to know, to just know that this is going to be the process moving forward. If you are going to be late, just let me know. Those are the things that a lot of people will be comfortable talking with. It's the presence of someone who understands them, but at the same time has this authority with them.
Right.
Because it's you between the employees, right? It's like you're in the admin position in the company, so you're working with the clients and you're handling their employees, right?
Right.
And it's really nice to be kind and empathetic. However, you should have this line between them, a line that would set authority. It's being nice and at the same time being authoritative. It's really nice. You're growing, and I can see that.
Thank you.
How would you rate your role from 1 to 10 and your experience with your clients right now, and why?
I gained a lot of information already, so I feel like the whole process is really going pretty well, and I would give this a solid 8 because I feel like I'm not perfect. I still have room for improvement. So there.
That's really good. I'm sorry, 6 months now. I could say I'm an 8 as well. And And the reason why, because I know the process, I know how to do it. There's still 2 points that I need to improve professionally and personally, because every day is a learning curve. Even in your role, it's not the same thing happening every day. So you are going to be learning all new things every day because, oh, I haven't experienced this before. This was a different problem than yesterday. So those things are what I look forward to as well. Learning, improving, and also experiencing, because those kinds of problems actually push me. Step up and also learn from it so that in the future, if that happens again, at least I know what to do, and I know how to handle it. So yeah,
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Jam, for sharing that. I really love that response. And how do you feel about the Olivia community, the admin team?
Well, I feel like the culture in Olivia is really friendly, and it feels like a sisterhood or brotherhood, if I may say that, because they treat their virtual assistants fairly and also nicely. The people, the trainers, the admin staff, everybody. Miss Kat is also really, really a breath of fresh air, because I happened to speak with everybody, and they were not the usual admin staff who will just give you tasks and be confused on what to do. Olivia, on the other hand, will really explain thoroughly and give you assurance that, oh, this is what you have to do because of this, because of that, so you won't really be confused on anything. So
thank you. And actually, it's really for me, because I'm one of the admin team. I'm really happy because it's really easy to work with you. It's really easy to,
thank
when
you.
I call you, you pick up immediately. Oh, Jam, are you available for a client interview? Yes, you can line me up every time. And that was actually one of the best things that we're finding and we're looking at on other virtual assistants, the reliability. We always want a reliable virtual assistant because we want to pair a reliable virtual assistant with a client. And I'm happy you're one of them, and I'm happy you have.
Thank you.
No problem. And one last question. What advice can you give to our aspiring virtual assistant?
I feel like an expert now, but yeah, having that journey, I feel like you really have to be patient with yourself and just know that everything that you have learned from Olivia's training program is going to be really helpful. Once you pass the assessment, you're ready to go. And just know that you are worth it. With the client, you are worthy with the role that you're asked to do. And just do your best all the time. A rejection is really not a reflection of how successful you are as a virtual assistant. It can also be like a preference thing for the client, and there will always be a next client to be paired with you, and just be patient and just do your best the next time.
Giving up is not an option. You have a client, you're happy, and you are in a good culture, in a good environment of people you're working with in your agency right now. It's a breath of fresh air, because I can understand why you didn't give up. It's because your perseverance, your reliability, and you're confident about yourself. Your clients are really happy with you as well. Thank you so much, Jam. See you again next time.
All right, bye, Miss Anne. Thank you so much for having me.
Goodbye.